Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be working on a card using the Sunny Sentiments. We're going to be making a thank you card, so we're going to use this sentiment here that says, "Thank you for all the little things you do and for your big heart." So we're going to be using that one. We're also going to be using the Plenty of Patterns decorative masks. And let me show you these. They come 4 in a pack. So this is one of the designs here. Here's another, looks like little flowers. Then here's another that could be scales or little heels or whatever you want it to be, but fun to color. And the fourth one is the one we're going to be using, and I already have that set aside, so we'll look at that in a moment. And then we're also going to be using the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. So it's every color in the Brights collection, and you get 2 sheets of each design. So these are the 2 designs on this side, and then you have these designs on that side. And you get 2 of each sheet in every color, okay? So those are the supplies, the main supplies that we'll be using today. But before we get into making the card, you know what we have to do. We have to go over the Buzzworthy Business. So we have our paper pumpkin coming out in July. The adventure begins, and you have until July 10th to subscribe to get this particular paper pumpkin, and that link to subscribe is in the description box below. So I would love it if you would become a paper pumpkin subscriber with me. And then we have our June host code. So anytime you place an order with me, I would love it if you use this host code. You can find the host code on my blog at honeybeestampinhive.com and on my Facebook page, Honeybee Stampin' Hive, okay? And that's all the business we have to go over today. So let's put that to the side and get started on our card. So I have some supplies here. I have a card base of Magenta Madness, and it is cut at 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4, and we are going to add one more score line into this. So let's get our trimmer here, open up our card, and we're going to score it again at 2 1/8. It doesn't matter from which side, as long as you're going the same direction as your 4 1/4 score line. So 2 1/8, which is halfway from the score line to the end of the paper. And make sure you're using your scoring blade, which is the light one, because I just almost ran the cutting blade, and that would not have been good. Okay, so we have that. And then we have some basic white that is 2 by 5 3/8. And we have some Designer Series paper that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. We have another piece of Magenta Madness. You're going to need 2 of these at 3 5/8 and 4 7/8, and then basic white at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And you're going to need 2 of these for the card. Then we have some more basic white here at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then Designer Series paper is 5 1/4 by 4. And the colors we're using of the Designer Series paper are Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Bermuda Bay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get my bone folder, and the card is already folded in half. Just going to do this, and then where we made this score mark, we're going to fold this back. So it's going to go back this way. Just make sure you line it up. Make sure it's lined up. Because sometimes when we score, we can be a little bit off. So just make sure you line up your edges there, that they line up, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, you want it to look nice. So we're gonna just start by gluing our panels together. So let's get our liquid glue out. Go ahead and get these glued together. And you can use whatever side of the designer series paper as you like. I happen to like this side. Plus, since I was matting everything on white, and this particular sheet has the white lines going through it, I thought it would look good. I almost made this card with instead of the white mats, I was going to use black because I think black would make these colors pop so much. But I changed my mind because I have already made this card. Let me show it to you, by the way, so you can see what it is that we're making. I'm going to be making this card right here. Isn't it cute? Look. It's a ZFO card. Usually people make them like this, but I thought this sentiment needed to go horizontal. So that is the card that we're making, okay? Yeah, I wanted to try it out with the black mats. I think that would look cute. Get this last mat on here. And we can start putting it on the card. So we'll go ahead and you can put these in any order that you want. If you want, instead of the big one being purple, you can make it granny apple green. It's up to you. You don't even have to use these colors. You can do whichever ones you like. Let's get our green here. Get this glue going. I am waiting on my paper pumpkin kit. Oh my goodness, you guys don't know how hard it is not to watch videos or look at pictures. I have been doing good and scrolling really quick when I see somebody says paper pumpkin. I whoop, hurry up and get off of it so I won't see, because I like to be surprised when I open my box, so you guys can get my true first reaction. This is gonna go here. And the inside, just like that. So we have the base completed. So let's close up our glue. Now we're going to do a little ink blending. And as you can see, I have this is the other stencil that comes in the, what is it called? The party pack? What is it called? The Plenty of Patterns decorative masks. This is the 4th pattern. So we're gonna take our 3.5 by 4 3/4 basic white, and I have some Dotto, some temporary adhesive that Stampin' Up used to sell, that I'm gonna use to help hold this in place. Just gonna put that right there. And I get my blending brushes out. And we're gonna start blending some colors on. So I have some Daffodil Delight here. That's not one of the colors in the papers that we're using, but it is one of the colors in the Brights collection. So I thought I would use that. Let me get some of this ink off here. And I'm gonna start the yellow in the middle. And I'm just gonna go in a circle. Now I'm not trying to fill each little quadrant with one color. It's just however much gets on there, that's what it is. So you might have some of the little shapes with more than one color in them. So we're moving on to the granny apple green. You just take your brush, your blending brushes, and rub it on the ink pad. And I start off by getting a little bit of that ink off. Okay. You want to rub that ink off on your scrap paper so that you don't start off with a harsh, really dark color on your paper. And I'm doing this one a little different than the first one. because I wanted the lighter colors to be towards the middle. So it's a little different. I think I'm gonna go in with some more Granny Apple Green in a minute. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our final color, which is the Gorgeous Grape. Get that on here. And then just fill in all the places that don't have any color. And as you can see, I use some washi tape here to hold my mask onto the scrap paper so that it won't move. I know my paper itself, my basic white, is not going to move because I tacked it down with temporary adhesive, but I don't want the mask to move either, so. I think I might. I want this purple to be a little darker. It's a little too light for me. Okay, let me see. I think that's good. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of this Granny Apple Green on here because it's kind of fading out. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. This is just all trial and error. Just going about it where I see I like to have a little bit more of a different color. Somewhere where it make it kind of pop. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. Make these colors a little more vibrant. Okay, I think we're all done with our blending now. So let's take this. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we have that done. Now I have my Stamparatus here, and I already have it set up with our stamp on it from when I did the first card. Let me get something to clean this off. It's just a little rag I have at my desk. I don't want anything to get on here, on our card. So let's see. I think I'm gonna put it right here. I think that's where I had it. Let's see. Yep, that looks right. Okay, so now we're gonna use some not basic black, but Memento Tuxedo Black. And the reason I put it on the Stamparatus is that if it's not dark enough the first time I ink it up, I can restamp it as many times as I need to, because the Stamparatus will allow for it to go right in the same spot. See, that's a little light for me, so I want to do that again. That looks good. Okay, so that's done. So we're finished with all of our inks. Let's push those to the side, take this off, put some scrap paper in here to keep our stamp from making a mess inside, and we're gonna get our Magenta Madness piece here and layer these two together. So this, you don't even have to take that dado off of there if you don't want to. It's fine, but it does rub off. You just rub your finger across it, it'll rub right off. Okay, so we're just gonna put this two together. Oh, this is so pretty. I love these bright colors. Okay, and I've already went ahead and done the inside, and I just did a little corner with the same thing that I did here. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in right here. So we're just gonna add some liquid glue to this. And glue it in the inside here. Trying to keep that straight without moving it. Okay, and then to do this one, we're just gonna, at the top of it, we're gonna put a little bit of glue, about what, maybe an inch down. It probably can go a little more, but I don't want to chance getting it too far down, because you don't want to put the glue down here because this is going to be hanging over. You just want to glue the portion that's going to be on there. So this is the way I add it on. I line it up at the bottom, making sure to keep the top with the glue off of the card until I get it lined up down here. And then I slowly add it, but you don't want it to move. Okay, let me see if I can scoot that over, because I moved it. Okay, there we go. Now that's done. And because it moved, I have glue, a little glue right here where I don't want it, but once it dries clear, and I'll just get an adhesive remover to get that off. Okay, so that is that. Now we're gonna get some of one of my favorite bling items. And one of my embellishments are the Artistry Bloom sequins. You guys know I use these like crazy. So we have the Coastal Cabana, the Mango Melody, and we're gonna use the Calypso Coral as well, I believe. I might just use, I think this is Rich Raspberry. I think I want this one. There's no purple, but that's okay. So we're gonna put one here. One about there. Let's see, one down here of the mango. I think this is mango. Yeah, this is the mango. One up here. I don't want to cover any of the white with these sequins. Okay, and I need one more. And what color? I think I will make it another of the Coastal Cabana. I think I'll put it here. Yeah. That is our card done. Isn't it cute? I love this. This is so cute. You have plenty of room to write your message. So here's the other one that I made beforehand. You can see every time you do the sponging, it's going to be a little different. Yeah, I like it. It's cute. Okay, you guys, if you would like to purchase any of the items that you see me use here today, please click on the link below that says shop with me, shop my online store. You can go to my blog at Honeybee Stampin' Hive and click shop there. I would love it, love it, love it if you would throw your business my way. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the hive today. Until next time, buzz you later.